So you're an injured worker with a California injury, you don't have an attorney, and the insurance adjuster has hired a defense firm and they've set your deposition. Should you be worried? I can't say that I'd be worried, but you should pay attention. There's a couple of things that are going to go on in that deposition, and it really would be in your best interest to get an attorney to represent you. At a deposition, the injured worker and the defense attorney are going to sit down, maybe over Zoom these days, with a court reporter. The injured worker will be sworn in that you are going to take an oath under penalty of perjury that everything you say is the truth. It's very important that you tell the truth in a deposition. If you have an attorney to represent you in that deposition, you don't pay the attorney any money out of pocket. There's a special labor code section 5710 in California. The insurance company pays your attorney to represent you at a deposition. So if you don't have an attorney, you can hire an attorney even just to represent you only at the deposition. This is a possibility. So if you have an attorney, that attorney is going to spend half an hour preparing you for the deposition, going through different scenarios, going through how the deposition works, the types of questions that the defense attorney may ask, and your attorney is going to stress the importance to you of telling the truth. There are some things that the defense attorney can ask which you may not think are fair. So let's say you've got an ankle injury, it's accepted, you've been getting treatment. In the deposition, the defense attorney can ask you, have you ever injured your ankle in the past? And you're thinking, I'm not talking about the past. He doesn't need to know about the past. I'm talking about the injury that just happened 6 months ago. Forget it, I'm not answering his questions. You really need to answer those questions. There's no reason not to. There's no legal provision that would allow you to refuse to answer those questions. Having an attorney to represent you helps you understand that type of thing. So maybe stretching it a little bit, you've got an ankle injury. Defense attorney starts asking you about a knee injury in the past, whether you've ever had knee or hip injury. And you think, come on, I injured my ankle 3 months ago, and now you're asking about whether I hurt my knee 10 years ago. Still generally a fair question, because if you're limping, that can affect your gait, and maybe the QME in your case is relying on gait derangement to address your permanent disability level. So that type of thing can still be fair game. But then the defense attorney is asking you about any criminal convictions in the past, any drunk driving arrests that you've had, and you think, God, do I have to tell him about a DUI that I had 25 years ago for an ankle injury? Generally, no. So if you've got an attorney, the attorney can be there to object to that question, instruct you not to answer it because it's completely beyond the scope of an ankle injury and workers' comp. And the attorney can represent you for that type of thing. So should you worry if they take your deposition? Not worry, but your deposition is taken under oath. And it's very important to tell the truth because the defense attorney can use it to attack your credibility later with you say things to the QME, but if you weren't honest in the deposition, maybe you weren't as honest in the QME as well. That type of thing, it's very important that you have an attorney there to help prepare you for the deposition and to represent you in the deposition. So if you don't have an attorney, your deposition has been set, I would strongly recommend reaching out to local attorneys to represent you, either for the case in its entirety or just for the deposition. Completely permissible. You pay no money to a California attorney to represent you at your deposition. The insurance company pays for it. If you have questions on this video, drop a comment down below. See if I can't help answer your questions about this crazy California workers' comp system.